from the station that's on your side. News 12, first at 5, continues.
A newly married woman killed during a crash between a vehicle and a golf cart.
Caution tape, so many lights. Yeah. It was dark, but there were so many lights.
We hear from the family on her last hours alive.
The nationwide teacher shortage can be felt right here at home. We'll take a look at how Richmond County is working to fill the gaps. But first, people in Evans are preparing to fight to stop a rezoning request that would change their neighborhood. Gramont Place is at the center of this controversial topic as a radio station is requesting an expansion to his business site inside the neighborhood.
Our Nick Veland is live at 5 just outside the government building where the meeting picks up in about half an hour. Nick.
Yeah, well, neighbors are just now starting to show up in the parking lot. And 2 weeks ago, the entire neighborhood was right here fighting a rezoning request. Still, the Planning Commission still let it through until tonight, where the final say will be given, and neighbors are just hoping that this will go in their favor. And neighbors say that they're upset over these 14 and a half acres in the Greenbow neighborhood off of Columbia Road. Currently, the applicant is wanting to expand the uses on the property, adding more employees to his family business. County documents show what this business is asking for is something they've been doing for the past 20 years, which is using the land for more than what it's currently zoned for. But that could change tonight if the full commission approves the rezoning request. Neighbors are not only against the move, but they wonder why they were able to operate this way for so long. And the county says that they're going to be willing to interview with us tonight, and we'll have more on this tonight at 11.
All right, thanks for keeping us updated on that changing situation out there in Columbia County, Nick. Switching gears to weather now, we're going to toss things over to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale. Riley, another windy day for us out there. My hair's blowing all over the place. I don't know what to do.
Pollen everywhere. That's the problem.
Absolutely. A little extra hair gel in the hair today.
Hey, listen.
Can it move? Shake it, Will. Let's see if it can move.
This is what I deal with every day. They're like, oh, it's so windy that Will's hair actually moved today. And I'm like, okay.
Did you open the door for that one,
I didn't open up any door.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
Yeah, you did, didn't you, Riley?
Guys, it's windy outside.
I saw a little strand, one little tiny strand go that way, but hey, you do need it out there today because we are seeing wind. Have an update on the full forecast for you in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Riley. Those windy conditions Riley was just talking about a contributing factor in a deadly fire today. That's according to the fire department. It happened this morning just before 8 on Flowing Wells Road in Richmond County. That's less than a mile from the fire station. The coroner's office identifying the victim as 62-year-old Mark Dorn. Investigators are still working to discover the cause.
And we're continuing to learn more about the tragic death of a bride on her wedding night. Last Friday night, Samantha Miller and Eric Hutchinson vowed to spend the rest of their lives together in Folly Beach. Hours later, Sam and Eric were struck by a car while they were riding in their golf cart, riding back to where they were staying. According to Folly Beach Public Safety, 25-year-old Jamie Komorowski was under the influence when she hit the golf cart. Samantha Miller's family says Komorowski was going 65 miles per hour when it happened.
Got in our pajamas, sitting on the balcony beside Bert's at our place where we're staying, and started to hear the sirens. And the sirens kept going.
Just got out of the truck and just running.
No shoes.
Screaming, Sam, Sam.
And the groom, Eric, survived the crash. He and one other person were critically injured. Komorowski is now facing 3 counts of felony DUI and 1 count of reckless homicide. In the days since, a GoFundMe for the family of the bride has surpassed its $100,000 goal and now sits at more than $470,000. That family still has a long way to go in recovery for that groom.
So sad. Making sure people planning to become teachers, that they stick around and teach where they once studied.
News 12's Hallie Turner takes a look at how Richmond County is helping students make the pledge.
It's no secret that there's a teacher shortage nationwide, making the competition to get the best ones even harder, which is why Richmond County has found a way to grow their own to impact future students. Today, the Richmond County school system participated in the statewide Georgia Future Educators Signing Day. More than 10 students pledging their commitment to education as their eyes are set on the future their impact will make. Administrators say it's the first step to the overall goal to get them back in the same school system that helped them graduate in 4 years.
We are struggling trying to find great, awesome, amazing teachers. So we figured, why not grow our own? So that's why we have the teaching as a profession pathway as well as early childhood education pathways. And so we want to encourage them to pursue careers in education. So hopefully they'll come back and they'll work in our area.
And coming up all new tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we take a deeper look at the amount of vacancies Richmond County is looking to fill and the young talented students looking to fill those roles.
All right, thanks for that, Hallie. Every meal matters. Today, Doctors Hospital donated more than 1,300 pounds of food, all collected from the Community Food Drive last week. It's going to the Golden Harvest Food Bank, where it will help people who need it most.
So it's really important for our community to be consuming healthy foods. It helps to improve their health outcomes, and certainly we know that healthy diet is directly tied to people's health and also helps aid in recovery if they may be struggling with different illnesses.
Across the country, 1 out of every 8 people suffers from food insecurity. Doctors Hospital says that's why it is so important to tackle this issue from a local approach. The Writers Guild of America officially on strike. We'll take a look at what this means for your favorite TV shows and more. Riley?
Well, we are staying breezy again tomorrow, but winds do calm down later into the week, and we are tracking the chance for a few showers by this weekend. We'll have that full forecast just after the break.
Coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, find out how the Medical College of Georgia is expanding care to rural communities.
Time and head into the weekend. As far as temperatures go, we're still going to be below average through Friday as we head into the weekend, feeling more seasonal with those high temps back into the 80s. Next week, we do start to warm up, though, mid-80s by this time next Tuesday.
Thank you, Riley. Writers across America are now on strike, and the effects won't just be felt on TV, but in the local economy. Georgia's film industry brought in more than $4 billion last year, but now production has come to a halt.
Abby Kasoras takes a closer look at why this strike is happening and how you'll feel the effects.
Atlanta is the center of the film industry in our state, but Savannah, Thomasville, and Macon could feel the ripple effects from this strike.
It's a balancing act because there's a lot of people in the film industry, but you don't have much without the writing.
Tiffany Fitzhenry is a producer and a writer, but she's not one of the less than 40 writers in Georgia enrolled in the Writers Guild, currently striking across the U.S. The majority of members are LA-based.
In terms of stopping production, it's really going to be a matter of certain series, a lot of which are not written here, some of which do film here.
She just wrapped a film in Macon. Aaron Buzza with the Macon Film Commission says their city collects roughly $4 to $6 million every year. You can see their unique storefronts in films like 42 and Need for Speed. The money crews spend in town help keep mom and pop shops alive during the pandemic.
Well, that kept businesses afloat because they were putting money into a dry cleaner that was doing laundry service for the crew of 200 people. Maybe that dry cleaner was able to keep people on at a tough time that they wouldn't have otherwise.
The $4.4 billion industry in Georgia employs makeup artists, videographers, actors, set builders, and more. The Georgia Film Office estimates more than 800 movies, episodes, and productions were filmed in Georgia in a year-long span. Savannah alone brings in $210 million a year. Savannah Economic Development Authority President and CEO Tripp Tolson gave us this statement. It's our hope that both parties can come back to the negotiating table soon and come to an agreement. Both Savannah and Macon say they're working to appeal to film crews despite the strike. In Fayetteville, I'm Abby Kasoras.
Thanks, Abby. Do you have any ideas for a Mother's Day gift? Well, sure, there's the standard greeting card, flowers, or perfume, but just ahead for What the Tech, we'll look at some gifts that your mom won't expect.
First Alert Radar.
Wednesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Our customers at Weinberger's Furniture love to spend time outside.
That's why we have a big outdoor furniture showroom in Augusta.
Oh, it's bigger than big, Dad. We have the latest sofas, sectionals, tables, chairs, love seats, chases, bars, and more.
Let's say it's huge then.
Gigantic.
Come in soon to see our amazing patio department in our Augusta store.
Where can you find everything you'll ever need for your perfect patio, all at the best prices?
At Weinberger's.
Of course.
Whether you're a farmer, across the river on Jefferson Davis Highway and on nacustoms.com.
There are too many options.
How do we decide what hotel to book? Fear not, I got you.
Who are you?
I'm your fairy hotel mother.
What is happening?
Let me help you pick a hotel you feel good about. Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos. Ooh, spacious. Or a Cambria hotel downtown for just the two of you. Hold my wand, don't wave it at anything. Get the best price by booking direct at choicehotels.com. What did I say? When you download the Kroger app, you have everyone.
Mother's Day is less than 2 weeks away, and if you haven't even started thinking about a gift, you may want to start doing that soon.
Especially if you're looking for something mom wouldn't expect. Our consumer tech reporter, Jamie Tucker, has rounded up a few tech gift ideas for mom that'll totally surprise her.
What the Tech? Sponsored by Wow Internet.
Moms never show disappointment at Mother's Day gifts, even the bad ones. Oh, I love it, she says. And then you find it unwrapped in a closet a year from now. But these tech gadget gift ideas, well, she'll put to good use.
If mom likes fixing up the house, she'll love one of these Nix sensors. It's for painting or touching up the walls. The Nix sensor accurately reads colors regardless of any light hitting the wall. Place the sensor on the wall and Nix shows the exact color you need to match. Cooking has never been easier than using a sous vide gadget. The Innova Sous Vide Precision Cooker is the best kitchen gadget I've ever purchased. Sous vide cooks to a precise temperature in an hour or so. Even thick cuts of steaks are cooked thoroughly while she gets out of the kitchen to do something more fun. Then just throw it in a pan or a grill to sear it. If mom hits the gym, a set of Bluetooth earbuds will be music to her ears. Apple AirPods are an easy choice, but I recommend the Bose Quiet Comfort noise-canceling earbuds. The sound is better than just about any set of earbuds I've ever tried, and maybe more importantly, the battery lasts weeks before needing to recharge. My favorite gym gadget is the TapLock fingerprint lock. No need for a key or combination. She just touches the lock and it opens. And for her protection, the Birdie is a small gadget that fits on a key ring. When she's out and ever feels unsafe, she just pulls the tab. A loud alarm scares away any threats and flashes a bright light to call for help.
Even the moms and grandmas who say they don't like tech gadgets and they probably can't use them will find that these gadgets are easy to set up and easy to use. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Well, after dominating the competition throughout the season, the Aquinas girls soccer team has earned the right to play for a state championship.
All right, this morning, students and faculty gathered outside Aquinas High School to send off the Lady Irish. If they take care of business against Towns County tonight, they'll be putting up their names into the history books in style.
Having the chance to go undefeated is one thing, but what makes this season by the Aquinas girls soccer team even more impressive is the fact that the Lady Irish have completely flipped the script after having 0 wins last year. Want to hear a fun stat? Aquinas has outscored their opponents by a total of 82 goals this season. In addition to their goal differential, 10 of Aquinas' 13 wins so far have been in shutout fashion. In fact, coming into tonight's title game, the Lady Irish have had only allowed 6 goals the entire year. Aquinas is currently in the first half of their state championship game against Towns County. The Lady Irish defeated Towns County 3-1 earlier this season. I'll have the latest on Aquinas' pursuit of perfection tonight at 11. The College Football Playoff has announced their full schedules for the 2024 and 2025 seasons. The new 12-team era of the College Football Playoff will begin in 2024. The field will include the six highest ranked conference champions plus the six highest ranked other teams. The first round of these games will be held on college campuses, and the first national championship under this new format will be played in Atlanta at the Benz on January 20th, 2025.
All right, thanks for that, Dan. We are looking at windy conditions again for our Wednesday. Potentially could find your trash can tipped over in your neighbor's yard. Now look at that forecast just after the break.
And a semi-truck carrying bees creates a sticky situation when it crashes. We'll take a closer look when Live at 5 continues.
Brakes. Setting up the future for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
We'll talk about a sticky situation here. This was the scene this morning in Florida. Highway Patrol says a semi-truck crashed into a pickup truck hauling beehives. Thousands of bees swarm the highway near Interstate 10 in Duval County, and luckily the insects weren't aggressive. The beehive company took the undamaged hives away in a separate truck. Law enforcement says no one was injured in the crash, thankfully. But yeah, that was probably not fun trying to clean that up off the highway. So a lot of bees.
You got to call in beekeepers for that. Like, they have to suit up.
I'm not doing that.
Man, crazy situation there just outside of Jacksonville. And bees obviously very important to us, so hopefully not too many bees were injured in that wreck there, but it looks like they did get it cleaned up. Hey, we got a few clouds passing by overhead right now. This is that low-level trough that is swinging through, also bringing us the